everyone, I'm Sandy and welcome to the video, as well as a Happy New Year! I figured to start off the year right, I'll be redrawing sprites and updating OC turnarounds for future videos. And for once, I'll be talking throughout this video instead of music and plain silent. I made a promise to myself to talk more this year. So let's start off with the OC turnarounds. And by the way, I'll be telling a little bit about them, but there will be a future video one day going into a deep dive on everybody. So to start off, this is Mal Rogers. She's a seraphim angel that decided to move to Earth to live among mortals. This isn't what she truly looks like though. She took this more human form to keep from accidentally killing people, you know, with the whole biblically accurate angels can't be looked at business. She chose this form because she wanted to be less threatening and approachable. Final note, her face is actually covered because that's where she hid that angel can't look at them or burn alive thing. I made her hair a more simple shape instead of just curls everywhere. Also, I put more attention to her wedding rings because she is married to two people. Yeah. Next we have Kurt Rogers. Kurt is a lab experiment where a subject's brain was cut in half, put into its own body, and pumped with the limbo infection. If you want to know about the whole limbo infection deal, check out my Ward Lore video. It's pretty alright. I'm pretty proud of how it came out. Anyways, Kurt is the right brain and mutated more physically, hence the forearms. Fun fact, Kurt is actually headless. What you see for a head is just a blob of the infection. He can manipulate it to his will and just form it to any shape he wants, but he prefers that shape. As for his backstory, I'll go more into that in a later video, so stay tuned. Not much changed between 2024 and 2025, I just drew him better. Now we have Joey Rogers. He is Kurt's quite literal other half. Joey is the left brain of the subject that was put into his own body and filled with the limbo infection. But instead of mutating physically, Joey mutated mentally. Joey has telekinesis, can read minds, and even take over other people. He took over Kurt to escape the lab they were in, but they came with a cost, and it ended with Joey now being physically weak. I know I said Joey can take over other minds, but he's only done it once because of what it did to Kurt. Like I said, it comes with a cost. I just updated the look of Joey's accessories and made his scarred up hands look less janky. Next we have Spiridon Storm. Spiridon is one of many sons of Zeus, but unlike his father, he actually cared about the mortals and tried to protect them from other gods. This led to the gods turning on him and sending him into a deep slumber. Bai stayed in slumber till heaven took over Earth. No one really knows what woke him up, neither does he. So now Spiridon is just thrown in today's time and left to process everything alone. All until he met Vagabond. Hint. I don't think anything changed really. Okay, Vagabond is a time-traveling soldier who is retired. He is originally from the 1950s but was enlisted and fought for God knows how long. He lost a lot during the battles, hence mech legs, arms, jaw, etc. He finally was able to retire and chose today's time to stay in. Vagabond is actually a closeted gay man and is having it very hard to come out, even though it's okay in today's times. But that is just the hard part of being from a different generation. Though, he now has Spiridon to help him. Yeah, I changed his hair to gray because I feel him going through so much stress just pulled the color right out of it. I mean, I could just say he dyes it brown, but I'd rather it being shown. Now let's move on to Lilim Hearth. Lilim Hearth is an ex-demon lordess, hence all the angelic bounds. Normal demons have 2 to 4. She has 13. Lilim actually had a cult made around her. That's why she's so powerful during the demon reign. Though, unlike other demon lords, she gave up her power just to be with Roulette. Angels were going to put her down due to her being so powerful, but seeing she settled for a human, they kinda let her go because she proved she does have a heart and caring mentality. I highly suggest watching my lore video if you want to know the full context of what the hell I'm talking about. Nothing changed really besides being a bit bulkier and the fade on her skin is a different brush type. Next we have Roulette Hearth. Roulette is an ex-cult leader for Lilim's cult. He dedicated his life so much to Lilim, even giving up his eyesight to feel her touch. It started by wanting power, but ended up with him falling in love with her. He's a little bit off in the head, but his heart is there. By the way, his cult didn't kill people. Not all demons wanted mortal souls. Lilim just wanted things like gold and power of attention. So when demons were punished, Roulette went down with Lilim, even though he's human. Both lost their power, but they have each other. I did less arms because I don't feel they are needed lore-wise. I mean, he gave up his soul, but it only really took his eyesight. Maybe the multiple arms could be something he was punished. Now we have Maria Feline. Maria is a cat witch who would go town to town taking jobs. Yeah, there's technically magic in the world, but only like mixed breeds can have it. Since Earth is all mixed up, new things are just popping up. Anyways, Maria is very powerful, yet she only uses spells that conjure cats or use cat-related things in any way. Hey, if you want to be famous, you gotta have a gimmick. She was actually supposed to kill Umbra, her girlfriend, because a small town would pay her to do so, but she heard Umbra's side of the story and, well, she burned that town to the ground. Between all the refs I had for Maria, well, if you could call them refs, I don't think I ever kept her boots consistent. I kept changing the design every time I drew her. Finally, we have Umbra Gloom. Umbra was one of the first people infected by the limbo infection, and sadly at a very young age. Like other infecteds, she wasn't herself for a very long time, and just woke up one day confused and scared. She actually became a small town's urban legend. She fed off their livestock because she wasn't allowed to live within the town. So of course she was painted as a bad guy for just wanting to survive the only way she knew how. She had many people sent after to kill her. None were successful, and never came back in one piece. Not much change really, just changed the color of her teeth. By the way, she only has 4 tendrils and she actually uses them to run like a mammal. It's quite the sight. Did I say finally? How can I forget Sanity? I don't really have a set story of how my persona fits into the universe. I have a slight idea, but I don't know yet. I actually started with Sanity being an ink demon, but since my world build, I actually feel they are more of an infected. Also, yeah, my persona matches me because I dress for comfort over styles, and always gonna have the artist glove and favorite hat. I changed the colors around and got rid of the writing on the tank top. I might do one of those jokes where each time Sandy is drawn, the shirt says something different. I don't know yet. By the way, yes, my persona does have a mouth, but it can't completely open. It opens in those spots shown there. I mean, she can still eat fine, but it's hard to bite people. Oh, you thought this was the end, huh? I have to show you the new sprites being made as well. I was thinking this was a chance to talk a bit more. Like, oh my god, I'm almost at 500 subs. I know I keep saying it, but I don't know what to say beyond thank you and love you. I wish I could do something to celebrate, but I really don't know what to do, to be honest with you guys. I've been thinking like adoptable giveaway or drawing requests and questions, or even draw this in your style, but I don't know. Also, I know, I'm sorry this has to happen, but I must say it. I have a lot planned for this year, so you should really hit that sub button, and maybe leave a comment with some extra ideas. I read all the comments I get, and it always makes my day saying y'all like my stuff. I really do enjoy making videos. I've always been thinking of doing long plays of games I love. I have some recorded, but I'm still working on it. I love survival games and farm games, so I have like Bay Farm and Pal World recorded. But yeah, I believe that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy, and again, Happy New Year and Merry Late Christmas. Wow, it's been a while. I can't wait for what this year brings and what we can do together this year. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, everyone.